Flyover Politic Podcast, the show for normal Americans. From this undisclosed bunker, here's your host, Tony Reed.
Kamala's plan to reduce food inflation as it would lead to communism, mass starvation, and the end of America. I work at M&A in the food industry. Here's a step-by-step summary of what would actually happen. The government announces the grocery retailers allowed to raise prices. Grocery stores, which operate at 1 to 2% net margin, can't survive if the suppliers raise prices. So the government announces that food producers, Heinz, Carl, blah, blah, all are so not to raise prices. Not all grocery stores are created equal. Stores in lower income areas make less money than those in higher income areas, as the former disproportionately sell lower price marginalized lower margin prepackaged foods in the store instead of the higher margin fresh produce like meat and produce. Because stores' lower incomes aren't able to cover overhead, remember, even if their wholesale costs are fixed, their labor utilities insurance are not, grocery chains start to shut down, food deserts in rural areas and in low-income areas become worse. Meanwhile, margin for food producers are also quickly eroding. Their primary costs, ingredients, energy, and labor, aren't fixed, and their shrinking gross profit leaves less cash flow available to cover overhead, maintenance facilities, and reinvest in additional product capacities. Grocery chains, which have finite shelf space, start to repurpose their stores, those they don't have to shut down, I should say, to sell more non-price controlled items, everything from nutrition supplements to kitchenware to apparel, and less price controlled food products. Your local grocery store starts to look like a Walmart. Food producers stop making products with lower margins. Grocery chains start competing with each other to secure inventory since they can't compete by offering stronger prices. Remember, producers aren't allowed to raise prices here, and even if they could, grocery chains no longer have the gross profit to bear price increases. They compete on things like payment terms. Small grocery chains start to shut down entirely or get sold to larger chains like Kroger. In addition to not being able to cover fixed costs, a major reason for this is because they can no longer reliably secure delivery of product due to producers prioritizing sales to larger customers, which are able to leverage the strong balance sheets. It kind of goes back to where you could find toilet paper during COVID. That was pretty obvious. Smaller food producers, which typically sell via distribution rather than directly to grocery chains, start to go out of business because these producers have an additional step their value chains, and because they are lower volumes over which to spread their fixed costs. Their cost structure is inherently disadvantaged compared to major food producers. When grocery stores aren't able to raise prices, cutting product costs become all the more important, and deprioritizing purchases from smaller producers. See ya, bye-bye. A supply chain breakdown. Lines start to form outside grocery stores every morning. Cities assign police officers to patrol store parking lots. Food producers draft contingency plans to assign armed escorts to delivery trucks. The federal government announces a program to issue block grants for state purchase and operate shutter grocery stores. The USDA seizes closed down product facilities. The government announces that prices for all key food, corn, wheat, cattle, are also now fixed to stop profiteers from gouging. Shockingly, the government struggles to operate one of the most complex industries on the planet. Entire food supply chain implodes. Communism, mass starvation, and the end of America quickly ensue. Hey, wait a second. I didn't mean to say that. A dude works in the industry. I don't need to work in the industry. I've worked in retail. The prices you see are born by the economy. It's supply and demand. Because we were a low retailer and we needed a product like 511. We needed them. We needed a product like Blackhawk. Those people, to make sure they kept their big sellers, not us, Happy made MAP prices. The boot, $129.99 of a makeup price. I can't remember. I think it was $89.99 for the Blackhawk boot. Looked similar to this. This is our knockoff of the Blackhawk boot. I worked at Cav. We would pre-sell these boots. I would get because they were huge, and China couldn't keep up with it. The shoe went crazy. They didn't order enough. We would pre-sell all these boots. We'd have little notes for sizes, and when they came in, we receive, put the note, call the guy. It was already pre-sold. Supply and demand there couldn't be applied because we couldn't go below MAP. Because I could have charged $200 a boot if I wanted to. And I would have got it because people want that goddamn boot. And in our town, they can order it from Amazon. By the time Amazon was really dealing with military stuff, we were the big dog. US Cav had the big dog store at Fort Campbell. We had the most boots. We had the most purchase power. They were feeding us because we had mom and pops down the road that didn't have the buying power. They only had one store, so they weren't that important. They were filling our orders because we were paying the orders ahead of time. We went to buying containers of boots. The boots would show. They would get shipped. They would be gone. We never got enough of these boots. But at no time in the process could we raise the price. If we got caught raising the price, if we got caught showing we raised the price, if I ran a flyer that I made myself for the stores, I would do the flyers and marketing and everything because my marketing guys couldn't do it. They were just overwhelmed. There's 3 dudes. They did the marketing for everybody, and I finally got through to them. If I sent it to you and you approve it, are you cool? So they said, yeah, let's do it. And then after a while, they started being nice to me. They realized I wasn't trying to take their job. I was just trying to help because I needed to get promotions, and I wanted to improve the stores. And then when they realized it was a team thing, they were all cool with me. But they hated my guts off the bat. But I started making flyers and started doing my own emails through MailChimp. And I started doing fucking Black Fridays and all sorts of shit we never did. I never could get that boot. I had a lady say the reason why the company couldn't get the boot is because my stores over-ordered the boot. And I went into this meeting, and he just called me the other day. I got to call him back. We're still friends. Dennis in New York, if you're listening. And this girl goes, the reason why we can't get boots is because Tony's stores are over-ordering the boots. And I just sat there till she was done. And he goes, Tony, well, why are you guys over-ordering the boots? I go, does anybody in this room really believe that bullshit? Are you fucking serious, Jessica? We order the boot at a higher rate because the moment you get me the boot that we ordered, it's already sold. They don't even go on the shelf. I get the order, it's sold, it's out the door. So we're over-ordering now so we can maybe have some fucking product on our shelf. You don't go to the stores. I send you pictures. You don't read my email. The whole section's empty. The Blackhawk boot doesn't get to the shelf. It's sold. So yeah, they got orders. You haven't filled 3 orders. And we've sold all 3. They're not going. You're going to send me a truck of boots next week, right? Every one of those boots is going out the fucking front door. It's already sold. We pre-sold it. That's how we kept the business. Because if we didn't pre-sold it, they were going to go someplace else. And he goes, Tony, we're done. Sorry. And he just rips their ass, and I walk out. So these people don't know anything about business. I didn't know anything about business. I was an infantryman. I know how to blow shit up and shoot people in the fucking face. But when you really get into the nitty gritty and have P&L responsibility, that this fucking moron right here and Biden and fucking Warren and all these people, the media go, oh my God, they're so smart. They don't have P&L responsibility. They don't understand how tenuous all of this is. Every facet of business is tenuous. You raise register paper, motherfuckers start asking you, do you need a receipt? One of my jobs when I took over fucking 13 stores was to go back through the bags. We had beautiful bags. They were 2.5 mil. They were fucking great. They were like a Macy bag. We couldn't afford that fucking shit. I got fucking Jim Bob bags. Red. U.S. calf. Every once in a while, I print up some nice ones. I said, use these for your nice customers. Everybody got pissed, and they realized, oh, God, okay, it worked. We got raises. That's how I got them raises. I redid the register paper. I redid the fucking bags, toilet paper, cleaning supplies. I fired all the fucking janitors and said, why can't a motherfucker every hour go clean up the toilet in the morning or the evening, they clean the bathroom? How fucking hard is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that saves us money. And I found money. I redid the whole roster and took it from fucking, we had a manager, assistant manager, 2 supervisors, and 2 key holders in a store with 20 fucking motherfuckers. I ran the store with 8. Everybody got a raise. Everybody shut the fuck up. The manager got a raise. She shut the fuck up. The other manager that hated me shut the fuck up. It worked because I had to get P&L responsibility. And I started looking at overhead and shipping and returns and all the fucking shit we were doing that we don't think about because we don't have P&L responsibility and we don't fucking care. We're just Jim Bob selling a boot and underwear. I started doing sock promotions and stupid shit at the register. Everybody fucking hates add-ons. I know you do. But if I can get those fucking stupid socks that are at 60% and I put 25% off and get that nice little 35% kick that you bought a couple pairs of shitty-ass socks that I'm not selling anywhere because they're sitting over on a fucking shelf buried, and you buy it, I just added some GP. We're profitable. Because the electricity, the water, the fucking computer software, the bags, all that shit was taken away from the 50 points I had on those goddamn boots, which seemed like a lot. But when your average bucket price or bag is $60, you sell those $89 boots, guess what? We in the money. And by the end of it all the work I did, every struggle, me not fucking eating out, all sorts of stupid shit I did. Getting cheap-ass hotels, living in filth. We still got bought out. And then those motherfuckers got bought out. And then those buildings now are belonging to other motherfuckers, and it doesn't exist. The main huge fucking warehouse, it's a different warehouse. The gigantic store that used to be the warehouse in the store, yeah, that motherfucker's a furniture store. The one on fucking 101st Parkway right in front of Gate 44 Campbell, Patriot, U.S. Patriots owns that motherfucker. We didn't even make it through the recession. And I did everything I could. By 2017, I didn't have a fucking job. 11 years. I got the silver pin for my 10th anniversary. And a diamond on that shit. Threw that fucking thing in a creek. I was pissed. I thought I was going to retire from that company. But once you get into actually learning business, and I'm not talking business school, not the math, the people. These grocery stores aren't fucking you. Nobody's fucking you on the selling end. It's the government that's fucking us because they never fixed the inflation and the supply problems and all the things that started because we had a pandemic. We never fixed that shit. Our transportation secretary was on maternal leave and he sucks dick. So he didn't fix the logjam there. It took 2 years. You still can't buy a car. That was 2 years ago. I had a choice between gray, or gray Jetta when I needed a fucking car. I couldn't pick anything else. I wanted a fucking, I don't know what it's called. It's a Kia. It's a Shark or some shit. It's funny. It starts with an S. Love that fucking car. Neighbors got it. Love it. That's why I'm pointing over here. I love that car. Kia didn't have that shit. I can get that car 2 years from now. We thought about getting a fucking Bronco. Well, we sold another one. We got $500. I ain't paying that payment. I got extra cash. We good. Let's do it. So glad we didn't do it. So fucking glad we didn't do it. because the economy's gotten worse. All they had was the blue one that looks like it's generic. Generic blue Bronco with the blue stripe. It's so fucking ugly. I almost bought that shit. The wife liked it. I went, I don't know, man. This thing fucking looks generic. It had like hubcaps. It was ugly. We have not fixed anything. And then when they were supposed to fix it, well, we did a green energy deal, which fucks up everything. Because guess what? I say it every show and it's annoying as fuck. This light is costing me money. Right now, burning money. Ching, 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 ching. Because our electricity prices went up because of their energy program. The gas is up. The energy program. Every fucking thing you put in your fucking soup coolers came from a truck. It didn't fucking miracle itself into Kroger. Some motherfucker had to put it on a truck to take it to a warehouse. Some motherfucker had to take it off the truck. Some motherfucker had to put it on a shelf. Another motherfucker takes it off a shelf, puts it on a different truck. That truck drives. We've now driven it 2-3 times because I get to the main warehouse from the fucking producer. So we got that truck price, the price to get it to the middle producer, price to get it to the fucking company. Then you got all these motherfuckers with their dick beaters all over that fucking piece of hot dog package to get that fucking hot dog from the bottom of the floor of a fucking meat killing plant, or a pig killing plant is what I meant to say. Scrape up the lips and dicks, make you a hot dog, put it in a package, drive it fucking 3 fucking times to get it to your fucking Kroger, and some other asshole like my son threw it on a shelf. You picked it up, you put that motherfucker in your cart. They touched it and cleared it out. We're paying that motherfucker to scan that shit. You put it in your motherfucking car and you drove that motherfucker to your house. That's all energy. It's electricity, conveyor belts, gas. It's all money. Ching, 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 ching. For you to get $1 pack of shitty-ass bar-ass hot dogs. It doesn't miracle itself there. It's not a consortium, a big pig dick that's up there going, let's fuck America and make really expensive hot dogs. None of that's true. None of that's true. They say that because the media's going to let them say it. They're going to let them say whatever they want because they want this stupid bitch to get fucking elected. But she doesn't know shit because she's never had P&L responsibility. She's never had to be in charge of the lives of all these workers, and your decisions fuck their pension, fuck their Christmas, fuck their lives up when you have to go, I'm sorry, we can't help you. We can't even retain you anymore. We're closing this store. I didn't do that fucking shit for a year, man. It changed me as a human. I felt like an asshole. I was the guy firing everybody, shuttering the store, sending the fixtures away, sending the product back to the producer. Because we didn't do our job. We couldn't keep the doors open. There was no big boot.